Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'll start with this one on Tuesday, first day of the week. This week, we closed above the significant 350s. You've got 351.39 to 352.06 on the weekly chart. I'll show that in a moment. You also have an important descending two-third trend-defining speed line today at 351.74. So everything is in this less than a 1-point range today. And the 351.39 to 52.06 area is on the weekly chart, equally significant, really. One point that is worth making, that I always make, because of the longer-term consequences of the weekly chart, I don't like to foretell longer-term continuation in any particular direction unless we also get confirmation on the weekly chart. So tomorrow's settlement will be important, and if above 352.06, we are all in on a longer-term buy signal that should ultimately, by the end of the year perhaps, reach 514.43, a 5-year channel top that we came very close to testing back in December after we closed above that 2-year channel top at 352.06 the first time back in November of last year. What is also new right now between the December high and the recent April low is a 359.39, 50% retracement. So this is an important area, able to contain selling, really not only through June, but even perhaps through the rest of the year, and above which, on the daily chart, we have a 5/8 upside Fibonacci that is still a 3 to 5 day objective at 383.76. On the way up, we've got 373.04 today that can contain intraday highs. I do believe this pullback in early January that lasted for 3 or 4 weeks is a resistance area well suited for day traders, aggressive day traders. I call the aggressive day trader is the day trader who's looking beyond just for one setup for the day, but rather kind of trades throughout the day using 5-minute, 30-minute bar charts, et cetera, for intraday signals. And all the minor points are well suited for that endeavor. But bottom line, holding above the low 350s, maintains 383.76 as a 3 to 5 day target. If we close today above 373.04, I think you can anticipate 383.76 tomorrow, where we can top out on a daily basis, possibly into later week and fall back. But holding above 351.39, continued daily settlements above, and certainly a weekly settlement tomorrow above this area will keep 427.01 as a realistic 2 to 3 week objective. Could spill into the 3 to 5 week zone if we get trapped in this low 350s to low 380s range for, say through next week. But closing above 383.76 today, which is unlikely, should then yield 427.01 inside of 2 weeks. 427.01 is the low of that key reversal high back in December. It's a significant area. What I mean by that is it's a 3-star resistance, able to contain weekly highs, possibly by that point in time into later June, early July. Hard to say. But longer term, once again, and I'll say that closing above 427.01, we should see that 514.43 level within another 3 to 5 weeks or so. So that is the stair step to the upside. All of that a reality above this range of support between 351.39 and 352.06. Now, downside, if we happen to break or open below 351.39, we could today see 338.29. 338.29 can contain daily selling pressures, and so there's time. This is a scenario, I don't know if it'll unfold or not, but if it does, if we break or open today below 351.39, 338.29 in reach today, and there's still enough time to bottom out at 338.29 and round back up to close tomorrow, Friday, above that significant area that I mentioned on the weekly chart in the 351.39 to 352.06 area. But if we were to fall apart, let's say today, once again, a break or gap below 351.39, test 338.29, it doesn't hold, we close below 338.29, then all bets are off. That is a rejection of a significant long-term buy signal, number one. by closing back below the 351.39 level, but it's also an outright sell signal by closing below 338.29. And if we close below 338.29, I do believe the big picture indicates 270.46 within 3 to 5 weeks or less. 270.46 is a rising channel bottom, several months in the making, well suited to contain monthly selling pressures when tested. On the way down, of course, and we'll be apprising you of these levels, we've got 307.51. That may be reduced to we'll see, a session containment level. If we close below 338.29, after having closed above the low 350s over the last couple of days, I think that's reversal enough to exit any long positions and play the short side into the 270.46 region by the end of June or sooner. And on the way down, certainly 307.51 can, among other levels, give the market trouble. Yeah, let's see. Anything else to say? Yes, I do want to say that on Wednesday, wickedstocks.com put out a stock pick on Micron. It's at a very important pivot point that has a significant upside implications as we move into June, July trade. If we get the buy signal that we point out in the video and we made this week, we're looking for more than a 20% return in pretty short order within 2 or 3 months. So you might want to check that out. At wickedstocks.com, we offer a 5-day free trial up front, so you can see that video and set yourself up for that trade. You can also see your daily triple Q, daily SPY, weekly Apple stock analysis, etc., etc. So go to wickedstocks.com and take advantage of that 5-day free trial. I'm going to leave it at that for Thursday's daily Tesla report. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Fridays. You have a great day.